Oh, hey Paige, do you know what sperm is?
I do know what sperm is.
What do you think it is?
So, sperm is a very interesting thing, you know. It's like when two people decide that they actually love each other for once, and it just kind of like, you know, shoots up, you know, and then bam, there's a baby. Well, sometimes there's a baby, but other times it just doesn't work out.
So you're pretty close. Sperm is actually the male genome.
These are the stages of pre-embryonic development.
Before fertilization can occur, the sperm must reach the ovulated secondary oocyte. The oocyte is viable for 12 to 24 hours after it is cast out of the ovary, and sperm generally retain their fertilizing power within the female reproductive tract for 12 to 48 hours after ejaculation. Some supersperm, however, are viable for 72 hours.
Angel, do you know what a morella is?
Something with a baby.
Actually, it's a solid ball of cells resulting from division of a fertilized oocyte.
As the zygote journeys down the uterine tube, it begins to undergo rapid mitotic cell divisions, forming first 2 cells, then 4, and so on. This early stage of embryonic development is called cleavage. Since there is not much time for cell growth between divisions, the daughter cells become smaller and smaller. Cleavage provides a large number of cells to serve as building blocks for constructing the embryo. By the time the developing embryo reaches the uterus, it is a tiny ball of 16 cells called the morella.
Vincent, what do you think ovulation is?
I don't know what that is.
Well, ovulation is one part of the female menstrual cycle whereby a mature ovarian follicle discharges an egg and travels down the fallopian tube where it is met by sperm and become fertilized.
I don't know.
When the swarming sperm reach the oocyte, hundreds of their chromosomes rupture, releasing membranes that break down the cement that holds the follicle cells of the corona radiata together around the oocyte. Once a path has been cleared and a single sperm makes contact with the oocyte's membrane receptors, its head is pulled into the oocyte cytoplasm. After sperm entry changes occur in the fertilized egg to prevent other sperm from gaining entry. Of the millions of sperm ejaculated by a male, only one can penetrate a oocyte. Fertilization occurs at the moment the genetic material of a sperm combines with that of an ovum to form a fertilized egg or zygote.
Maddie, do you know what a uterus is?
Yes, it's part of the female reproductive system.
You're right, but it's the female reproductive organ, actually, and it's where the fetus is held.
Hey Macy, do you know what endometrium is?
No idea.
Well, it's the mucous membrane lining the uterus, which thickens during the menstrual cycle in preparation for a possible implantation of an embryo.
By day 7 after ovulation, the blastocyst, which is a ball-like structure of about 100 cells, has attached to the endometrium and has eroded away the lining in a small area, embedding itself in the thick velvety mucosa. All of this is occurring even while development is continuing, and the 3 primary germ layers are being formed in the inner cell mass.
Hey Carissa, do you know what an umbilical cord is?
It's the cord that connects the baby to the mom, and that's how the baby gets all the food and stuff. Right?
You're right. The medical term is actually body stalk, and it's the mesodermal cord that contains the umbilical vessels and that connects a fetus with its chorion.
After the cell has implanted in the endometrium, it will start to have more prominent features, such as the umbilical cord, which connects the fetus to the placenta in order to give the fetus nutrients to grow, and the amnion, which is the innermost membrane that encloses the embryo.
Hey, do you know what an ectoderm is?
Ectoderm, it's not related to the skin.
Kinda. It's the outermost layer of cells or tissue of an embryo in early development, or the parts deprived from this, which includes the epidermis and nerve tissue.
Inside the blastocyst is the inner cell mass, which holds the primary germ layers. The ectoderm, which gives rise to the nervous system and epidermis of the skin. The endoderm, which forms mucus and associated glands. And the mesoderm, which basically gives rise to everything else.